Greetings from Kings Canyon National Park, and for that matter, Sequoia National Park. And it's been a while since I've been here, and I'm going to only be here a night or two, I think. Maybe a night, maybe two. I'll talk about that in a moment. But boy, you know, what a contrast. I started out this morning with experiencing June gloom in Ventura on the Pacific Coast Highway. And after a good 4-hour drive, I found my way up here to Kings Canyon National Park. And the climb was really something else. I think we're at about an altitude of 6,000, about 6,000 feet. And I'm going to bring you for a walk, a little walk and talk through what's called Grants Grove Village. And the visitor center is just up ahead. So I'm going to go to a place called Grants Grove, which is probably one of the more popular destinations here in Kings Canyon National Park. And before I do Grants Grove, I'm going to just do a little walk and talk through the visitor center. I was just getting some information about what my camping options were here, and it's a little bit foolish to think that I can just pull up into a national park such as this and find camping on the spot. But anyway, so I'm going to go into the national forest and see if I can't find a place to camp. But this is so this is the visitor center here at the park, and I'm just going to do a little walk and talk. A lot of people actually will go over to Sequoia National Park. You can see they've got the hat there for Sequoia National Park. But here is a nice map. And it says that we are right here. So any place here, this is the national park. Outside of this dark green bordered area is national forest. So anywhere off of here that you can find a spot to pull off the road, you are welcome to camp. And that's basically what I'm going to do. I'm going to see if I can't find a spot to camp somewhere right up in here. I'm going to go and see if I can't find a spot to camp for a night or two. I have a generator and have just about everything that I could need or want to spend a night, if not even two nights. So I'll just take you for a little walk through the visitor center here. I don't know how good the lighting is here. Very, very nice. Now this looks like this would be, look at this canyon. Here it is. What was left out of Kings Canyon National Park when Congress designated it in 1940? This was shaped by ice. So this is, this right here is Kings Canyon. Look at that. There's North Dome. Interesting. And there's Glacier Monument. And if I'm not mistaken, they've got bears in the woods here. You can see there's one of them right there. And I think that the last time that I was actually here, there was a bear.
Use and preservation. The stumps in two of the groves, Big Stump Basin and Converse Basin, silently tell of earlier choices. The Converse Basin, on Forest Service land outside the park, was once the largest untouched sequoia grove on Earth. In the late 1890s, our hunger for lumber rapidly transformed that incredible forest into a sea of stumps. Even so, loggers chose to leave one magnificent sequoia. You can walk a mile and a half from the trailhead to see the Boole tree, which still stands amid stumps and regenerating forest, representing our complex and changing values regarding these trees. In contrast, the longer, more challenging hikes through Redwood Canyon take you among hundreds of the big trees, untouched by logging, disturbed only by natural forces. The giant sequoias of Kings Canyon have always been valuable to us, but now it is less about dollars and cents
Wonderful.
and more about their part in a magnificent ecosystem.
Really, really a wonderful park. Nice to be back here. Here's a painting. We've got sound effects in here. Black bears, how to store food and scented items. So they have all types of information to keep the black bears out of your campsite. All right. Some interesting puzzles. You can buy yourself a puzzle of a fox. Or get yourself a puzzle of a bear. You always see something different from one national park to another. And I'm gonna have to get myself a nice decal for my camper. Here's the weather forecast. Today, the high today is 66 or 18 degrees, and tonight it's going to be 47 degrees or 7 Celsius. Tomorrow it'll be 69. Just wonderful. You actually have a lodge here, and you can stay in, if I'm not mistaken, just up ahead you can stay in what I believe are called, it might be called yurts, Y-U-R-T-S, or little cabins just over in the distance. But right now I'm gonna go see if I can't find a campsite. And in doing so, I will stop. And if you can see those little cabins off in the distance. But I will go see if I can't find myself a nice little campsite somewhere in the national forest. And as I walk back, I'll stop at the gift store, which I think is just right here, the Grant Grove Village gift store. Could be mistaken, but I think they actually have a lodge here as well. They've got a restaurant. You come in and grab yourself a bite to eat at the Grant Grove restaurant. They serve breakfast from 7 to 10 and lunch and dinner. See, take a look inside. So here's your dining area. So you got a nice buffet. Very nice. Very nice. We'll go and look at take a walk through the gift shop. It's rather cool. Temperature is probably in the mid-60s, and I just left the Bakersfield area. It must have been pushing 90. So here's your gift shop, and it smells like wood in here. They must have a lot of wood products. There's some Native American pottery. Your dream catchers. And I'm still looking for interestingly enough, I'm still looking for just the right hat for myself. I've been traveling for the better part of a month, and I'm still hoping to find myself just the right baseball cap, and I don't necessarily see one over here that catches my fancy. I don't like the mesh in the back of the cap, as many of these have. All right, let's go see if we can't find. Let's see if we can't find Grant's Grove. And somewhere I also have to find myself a nice little decal. All right. Here we go. So I'm trying to fill up the back of my camper with these little stickers here.
There you go. Have a good one. Take care.
There you go. Kings Canyon. Maybe I'll get the Kings Canyon. Kings Canyon. There you go. That's a nice one. Right there. Ooh, this one's not bad either. It's always a tough decision, you know, which one to get. So we'll decide and get on to Grant's Grove. All right, folks. So the phrase of the day is dispersed camping. Dispersed camping, and dispersed camping is basically, if you can find a spot to park, you can camp there. So I'm on the road down to Lake Hume, and it is a road full of switchbacks, and I'm going to do my best to find my way down this road, and maybe in doing so I'll find a nice little spot somewhere where I can pull off and do a little dispersed camping. So we will have to see. You have to use, gonna have to use good judgment, I'm sure, you know, as always. But hopefully, somewhere or another, this is going to level off, and I will see a nice spot where I can just put my trailer. So there are a lot of switchbacks, as I was just told, at the Princess Campground, but there is not a lot of availability, and it's pretty stupid to pull into a national park such as this and think that you're gonna, you know, walk into a campground, and you know, God's favor doesn't always work. So let's see if I can't find a spot to stay for the night. Boy, I have to tell you, practice makes perfect. I pulled into the parking area here at Hume Lake, and in doing so, I saw quite a sight. I saw a big RV down here parked in the first spot, and I had to scratch my head a little bit to give some thought to them coming down that rather windy road full of switchbacks. But as I got in here, there's no turnaround, so I had to back in. I had to pull forward up here, back in where that guy is, turn around, and then I backed my camper all the way back, and I nestled it in the corner back here. Now the campground is just up above, over to my right, and they say that you can park or camp, dispersed camping, displaced camping, whatever they want to call it, anywhere that you can park. Now I don't know if that includes this particular parking area, but who knows? It may. I may, unless I get told otherwise, I may just make camp here for the night. And it's definitely a beautiful, beautiful camping spot. I'm gonna take a walk down to the lake here and see. I've seen some pictures of this lake, and I hear I've heard and read that it's just a rather spectacular spot. I just don't know if camping is allowed down here. Probably not, but as the saying goes, it's easier to ask for forgiveness than it is to ask for permission. And these folks have got just a absolutely fantastic spot with all the floaties and the paddle boards and everything going on. But look at this place. Just beautiful. And I'll show you if I pan up, you can see the trees. Wow. Not quite sure what is just across the way over there. Looks like some type of a lodge or a campground or something. Maybe I can zoom in and give you a nice view across the lake. Oops, I lose my focus, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you know? But there's your view across the lake. It looks like maybe that's a hotel or a lodge. I see a lot of people over there. Really is nice. Look at this. I'd imagine that the water's rather cold. All right, I'm going to explore a little bit. The area that I was looking at, that I thought it was a hotel, it's actually a Christian camp. It's a private camp. It's a Christian camp. Camp for kids. And I am hoping that I can find the owner of that RV, because I'd be really curious to know if they in fact plan on spending the night here. But look at this beautiful lake. I was wanting to get out of the rat race of Southern California. Sign here says transition in time from mill pond to lake. Look at that. This was a mill pond, and you can see all the logs, all the trees up in the top picture there from a century ago. And now you've got all types of people in kayaks, and folks doing some fishing. This is the time that I would have wished to have had a kayak or a canoe or a paddle board. There they are doing their catching any fish? Not yet. Yeah? All right.
Getting started.
So Boy, this is beautiful. Just a beautiful lake. Won't be long before I'm up at Lake Meline in British Columbia. But look at this. Just gorgeous. Alright, I'm gonna just kick back and relax for a while. Boy, I really wish I could just send the smell of this forest through the video. It is just wonderful. Now these are not the sequoias, or if they are, they're baby sequoias. But I don't think that these are sequoia trees. They may very well be sequoia trees. I don't know. But they're not the big sequoia trees that I'll see tomorrow when I take a walk through Grant's Grove. But what a beautiful spot. Absolutely fantastic. Very, very nice. You can see where they've done a lot of logging. This may very well have been a sequoia forest 100 years ago. From looking at that sign that said this was a mill pond, it may very well have been a sequoia forest with large trees. And this might be a relatively new grove. But it sure is beautiful. Plants everywhere. Areas such as Hume Lake, where land and water meet, are called wetlands and are in a rich variety of plant life. The change from higher, drier ground to low, wet ground provides many types of plants in a fairly small area. You may have to get wet to meet the oldest family member, algae. Some people consider them nothing but pond scum, but these plants are a main building block for life. Do you know any animals that eat algae? And it goes on to talk about a lot of other plants. Horsetails, like the ferns, were around when dinosaurs roamed the earth. Can you find the horsetails near the streams? Just look at this. And the floor of the forest is just a bed of pine needles. As you walk along, it feels like you're walking on a sponge. Look at that. Just beautiful. Very, very nice. I gotta decide where I'm gonna camp for the night, and I may very well just camp right here on the right here at the parking lot of the lake. Came across a little clearing here where it looks like they're packing up for the day. They've got the dogs with them, and hopefully they had a good day. Hopefully they had a good day fishing. You folks catch any fish today?
No, nothing.
No fish.
No luck today. Maybe tomorrow.
But you enjoyed it nonetheless, right?
Oh yeah, we enjoyed it. Had fun.
Yeah?
Maybe tomorrow will be a better day.
All right. Maybe you're using the wrong bait.
Yeah.
No? Okay. Look at the view here.
Got everything? Let's go.
Now you're not going to see this in Florida. Some people have been comparing California to Florida, and there is no comparison between the two, at least not in my eyes. You don't have the magnificence of nature that you have in California that you back in Florida. All along the lake you see folks just setting up with their camp for the day, doing some fishing. All right, I'll find my way back to the camper. But to all who receive Jesus Christ by trusting in him, he gave the right to become children of God. John 1:12. And needless to say, I found my way over to the Christian camp, and it's private property. And to say it's beautiful would be just a bit of a understatement. And I thought I would just take a little bit of time and walk along. Here is a memorial chapel, Hume Lake Christian Camp. Hume Lake Christian Camp, I should say. So I found a spot to park my camper, if only for a short while I give you a little tour of the campground here. And they've got probably just about everything that you could want. I see a swimming pool, and sure they have sailboats and paddle boards and kayaks and inner tubes, and I see people playing volleyball. Just a little bit of everything. Look at this. Not quite sure which way to go. Here's the Ponderosa Chapel right here. Just seems like there's a lot of activity going on. So over here seems to be the dock area. And here they've got a snack shop and a welcome center. Trying to find a spot to park my camper for the evening. And that's a little bit easier said than done. So here you have this would be the welcome center right here. You see that they're open. I'm not gonna go inside. Rather, I'm just gonna do a walk and talk. What a place! What a place to come and spend a summer camp. Here you've got the snack shop. Hume Lake Christian Camps, 320 acres dedicated to the glory of God and proclaiming the kingdom of His Son, Jesus, our Savior. Very nice. Come inside the snack shop here.
float is ready. Christina.
Boy, what a beautiful place.
Bobby and Christiana.
Look at this. Some folks just kind of kicking back, enjoying the evening here. Could almost do just a video on the camp itself. Just one of these little magical places that's just nestled away. That unless you were watching Tom TV, you would probably never know that it existed.
Beans, it's 5 pounds.
Here you've got some volleyball going on. Seems like I was just watching volleyball on the beach outside of Lisbon, Portugal, not too long ago. Very nice. Boy, life in America is good for some people. It looks like just over here they have the Ponderosa Lodge. There's the Ponderosa Dining Commons. It seems like they're breaking out in song. A lot of young people here.
Did you know that the girls on our team?
She's being overrun by teenagers. Here is the Ponderosa Dining Commons.
Hey, watch it.
Alright, folks. So there's your tour of the Hume Lake Christian Camp here in. Take a look inside. Massive cafeteria. All right, so that should wrap up your tour of the Hume Lake Christian Camp. What a place. What a place. On with the tour. I gotta find a place to lay my head tonight. Good morning from heaven on earth, and at least that's how it seems. I drove just a little distant last night from the Christian camp, hoping to find a spot. and find a spot I did. Will you look at this? Just beautiful. So I spent the actually there's no internet out here, no Wi-Fi, no cell phone, nothing, and as well there shouldn't be. And I found my way to a just a perfect spot. It's like I had the entire forest to myself, and I slept like a bug in a rug, you could say, amongst these beautiful trees here. Just look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Heaven on earth. Just fantastic. So I'm gonna head out for the day, and in doing so I'm gonna stop and visit Grant's Grove along the way. I'm gonna visit Grant's Grove, and I may very well do a completely separate video for Grant's Grove, if just for the purpose of not having this video be too long. And I will optimize this video for Hume Lake. And hope you enjoyed the visit. And I'll be uploading my my video of Grant's Grove here just after uploading this one of my visit to beautiful Hume Lake. So have a wonderful day.